It's Week 14 of the 2024 season, and we'll see the Cowboys' sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Cowboys and the Bengals on Monday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And able to get this out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the young rookie out of Notre Dame.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Well upfield across the 45. 23 yards. To throw is Montana. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They run on first down with Jackson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg,
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy.
And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Richardson.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
The Bengals offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He's got his man Cruz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Montana. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Montana. His throw incomplete.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Here's Montana to throw. Over the middle, he's got Biletnikoff.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They will look to throw. Montana. He's got it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Jackson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The Cowboys at 4-8 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Inside handoff, Smith.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. You talk about this Bengals defense.
Yeah, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it as we resume action. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action. It's Montana. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
Again, Jackson. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Richardson to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Here's 3rd and 6. Richardson looking to throw this.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
The Bengals offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
They'll start with the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. He'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Back to throw here. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw again.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and 7. Montana to the right side. It's Kelsey. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 13 yards out. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Moss. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He finds his man. Complete. That's Moss. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that one too wide and incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Richardson. That's to the sideline and incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Richardson off the play fake. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
First and 10 at the 45.
Now it's Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd down and 4.
To number 89. It's a pickup of 6.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Smith up the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
13 yards on the play. That's another Cowboys.
Now Richardson.
That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Smith will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Aubrey now for the point after.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Montana. Throw right side is caught by Biletnikoff.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd down and 8.
Now Montana. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
To throw is Montana. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. They will look to throw. Montana. It's complete to Cruz. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun. Here's Montana. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Here's Montana to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete to number 24. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Greg Dulcich,
his first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They go play action with Richardson.
It's caught. Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to the air with Richardson.
And that will be incomplete. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time.
Back now in Arlington. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Only a couple there. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either